From the 1011 Now streaming studio, this is 1011's Morning Pulse.
Sponsored by Murray Roofing.
Good morning. This is Craig Allison with your Morning Pulse for Thursday, February 27th. Our first story this morning on the national side, Agricultural Secretary Brooke Rollins says the USDA is trying a new strategy to limit the spread of the bird flu and possibly lower the price of eggs. It's something Nebraska Senator Pete Ricketts is also working on as well. Starts with $1 billion investment, $500 million of which will help enhance biosecurity measures to keep the virus off of farms. The administration is also looking to increase imports of eggs to help lower prices and possible vaccines for chickens to prevent bird flu. In your second story this morning, Lincoln police are investigating gunfire in the area of Air Park. Officers responded to the area of Northwest 52nd and West Zemer around 8:45 last night on reports of gunshots, and LPD says officers found two houses that had been hit and multiple shell casings were found in the street. Thankfully, police say no one was injured, but the investigation is still ongoing. Third story happening today. Nebraska is coming together to remember State Trooper Kyle McAcy, who was killed in the line of duty last week. Snowplow hit McAcy while he was responding to a crash on I-80. And today's funeral procession will shut down some main streets in Omaha, starting at 8:30 in the Ralston area, and the procession itself starting at 9 a.m. Starts at West Lawn Hillcrest Funeral Home near 60th and Center. From there, 60th Street will be closed to L Street. The 11 a.m. service is open to the public at the Liberty First Credit Union Arena in Ralston. We'll also have the coverage on the procession and the funeral on our website, 1011now.com. Fourth story in sports news, Huskers, according to ESPN's Pete Thamel, last year's New England Patriots director of pro personnel, Patrick Stewart, is being hired as the new general manager for the Husker football program. He also worked in the same role during Matt Rule's first year in Carolina and spent time with the Philadelphia Eagles. Sean Padden, who currently holds the general manager role, will move to another position within Nebraska's athletic department. Wrapping things up with your final story, we have now heard from a neighbor nearby to the deadly domestic disturbance that killed a man and a woman. Police responded around 84th and Sandalwood, where a 21-year-old woman was hit by a 28-year-old man driving a black vehicle. This after two Good Samaritans tried to help her out, but resulted in gunfire. Here's what that neighbor had to say.
I heard 4 or 5 gunshots, and I knew right away what it was. And the phone was right inside the house. I went out, called 911.
That resident, who is a retired firefighter, says he's been in the neighborhood for 50 years and he has never seen anything like that there. Now, there's a lot of moving parts to this story and it's still developing as we work to learn more about those affected, but we'll have more coverage and we'll be following it on our website, 1011now.com. That is your Morning Pulse for this morning, and we'll wrap things up with a look at your 7-day forecast.
You've been listening to 1011's Morning Pulse. Watch, listen, stream on the 1011 Now app, on YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Sponsored by Murray Roofing.